Hey budgeting friends, I'm back with part 2 of my how to start a budget or how to budget in a planner. I am so excited. You guys are raving and everybody is loving the first edition. If you have not seen the first part of this where I set up the entire budget, definitely I will link it up here. As you can see, I haven't quite decorated my October like I thought I was going to do. We'll see if we get to it. It is kind of a crazy month. I need to find my stickers though. Oh, here. No, those are not it. For this month, where did I put them? I definitely have an overabundance. I need to, if you haven't checked out my Facebook group, definitely do that because that is where I get rid of a ton of my own stickers. Oh, here they are. It looks like they're right here. Hopefully I've printed everything out that I need. Okay. So today what we are doing is going over, oh, you'll see I have receipts in here that need to be documented. Not quite doing a weekly check-in because I don't think that will really end until tomorrow. Let's see, how am I going to do it this month? I know because this month had a very short, yeah. So I'll put 1 through 10 in week 1 and then go week 1 or 2, week 3, week 4. So we're not doing quite a weekly check-in, but one thing that I got a ton of questions about is how I do my sinking funds and cash envelopes. So I am not quite able to stuff my cash envelopes quite yet. I had to figure out a few things that I needed to make sure were coming out or not coming out, before I take it out. I do believe I will, but I'm still going to show, like, I still went through and I show you how I kind of deal with that. So you're going to see gas, groceries, household spending, eating out. Those are technically, these ones, technically my cash envelopes. I used to pull out all of this money, said before March, and put it in a cash envelope. So I'm going to show you what I kind of had. Okay, so something like this. I literally just wrote on envelopes. I am starting now that I know that this is going to stick because I did not want to invest in any type of envelopes. Obviously, we are here to budget and save money until I knew that this situation was going to stick. And honestly, for these ones, I still have not bought them. Actually, I think I have bought a few. But because I will eventually go back to cash, especially for eating out and spending. Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah. Eating out and household. I think I have groceries. We're going back to cash for groceries so I can control that part, but it's hard when I'm doing online shopping because they don't let you just pay in cash once you get there. It's supposed to be non-contact, all that kind of stuff. And I do a ton of online grocery shopping so that I can hit that budget. So that's where I'm trying to figure things out for. But like I said, I am now starting to try to invest in some of these. Just, they're prettier. These fit in my purse a lot easier than these. I could have went down to a little bit smaller of an envelope, but you know, I have treated myself to, I think, 4 at this point. 4. I'm slowly getting them. You can do cash envelopes right here. So this was a confusing part for me also when I first started. I'm like, what is the difference between a cash envelope and a sinking fund? So cash envelopes for me are things that are going to get used during the month that you're taking in and you're taking out, and there's a lot of transactions, and that money pretty much should be gone by the end of the month. So gas we budget for a month. And we should use all, if not more, of that per month. But that's something that needs to be tracked so that we don't go over it. So once the cash is gone, we need to figure out where the extra gas is coming from. So something like that. Where sinking funds for me is something that I'm saving up for. So sinking funds for me are like Christmas. I'm saving up for Christmas. I'm saving up for car tags, car maintenance, that kind of thing. Something that I'm saving up for that I don't want to just come upon me. Like, my sinking funds are so that one day I don't, we all are, Christmas comes every year. We all know it. And I am tired of getting to November and stressing about Christmas. So those are my sinking funds. So I'm going to set up sinking funds with you. Like I said, I've already, like I said, I always use my oops stickers, and this might be a bad oops. It might have been too bad to use. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so I don't have my computer down here, and as you can see, my oops stickers were real oops. I try and save and use as much of my oops stickers if I possibly can in my own planner, because I hate wasting all the paper. So you'll see this repeatedly in my videos where I'm using my own oops stickers, because I'm not a perfectionist at this point. So I just cut that out by hand. Normally you can see that there's going to be a category, a balance. Here, let me try. Just don't want to take all day and do this. Thought we might be okay. Probably gonna look a little janky, but it's no big deal. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, I'm gonna line it right up with that. Not gonna look all that janky. Yay. Okay, so like I said, these are my sinking funds. These are things that I am saving up for, and I'm putting money aside, a little bit of money aside every single month to make sure that we have money, and like we have money when we need it. So the categories I have, and the categories are different for everyone. I suggest starting out with just a few. So big ones like Christmas. We have a vacation one. The vacation, actually, we are going to start putting in vacation. I said it last month, and we are. Emergency fund is always a good one to start out with, even if it's $5. We have a baseball one for our sons that we put into every month because their dues come up in December, January area. We have healthcare. Healthcare is honestly going to be A, paying off a debt that we have in healthcare, or B, saving up for something that's going to come up. Medication, both my son and my husband are on medications, so we put money in every month. Even though we were on an insurance that we didn't have any copays, we are now off of insurance, so we do have copays again. Car tags is another amazing sinking fund to have, because those darn car tags come due and it is expensive, right? And they always caught us off guard, especially because both of our cars are on my birthday. So definitely, my son, I put money towards a haircut fund because my husband needs a haircut every single month, and then my boys get one like every 2 to 3 months. And we added this one in at last month, because we know that we are going to need tires on one of our cars here soon. So we're going to start putting money away for that. Okay, so I literally am just going to carry the balance of last month's sinking funds right here over to this month. So we have a $335 in Christmas. We have nothing in vacation right now. We just went on a vacation in February, so we haven't been putting in because obviously COVID, we're not going anywhere. Emergency fund has 95. Whoops, 95. I had 75 last time. We already have a pretty decent emergency fund. I have about $1,000. I want to put more and more in there, so we just put a little bit in there each month. Baseball did have a balance of $426, but we cleaned that out because there was a bill due. So now there is $0, and we're starting all back over. Healthcare has $80 in it. Medications have 120. And actually I took 10 out, so I will have to put that in. Card tags was just went in August, so we cleaned it out, but we've been putting more back in, so it has 40. Haircuts is cleaned out pretty much every month, so it has 0. I don't put much in it. I just set it aside. So haircuts technically could be a cash envelope, but I just put it under there. And card maintenance has 20. So that is the end. And normally I would go and put this sticker down there, but I'm just going to write it in this month. So again, like I said in my last ruler, in my last video, you do not need all these stickers to budget. You just need some pen and a paper and go to town. So how I set up my sinking funds is, as you've seen in my budget, which I'll go back to, we put $250. We put $250 into our sinking funds. So now I'm going to split that $250 over this. I've upped that up to $250 because we need to be putting more into Christmas, obviously. It's getting close, and it's getting close, and we need to start filling it more. It should have been filled more. We just stopped with COVID, and we shouldn't have stopped. But all right, so we are going to put $120 into Christmas. We are going to put $5 into vacation, even if it's $1. I see a lot of people put like $1 into every fund, even if they can't do it. They're just putting something away to it. You can do what you want. 20 into emergency. What did I write down here? We are doing 20 into baseball. We are doing 20 into healthcare. We are doing 10 into medications. We're doing 30 because I also, okay, so this is the next thing. So people always ask, well, how do you know how much to put in? So if we would have been planning, so come this year, December, we will still have a Christmas fund. I will divide, so say you want to save $600 for Christmas for the next year. You figured out this Christmas, this is a great time. Keep all of your receipts. Figure out how much you spent on Christmas. You spent $600 this year, say. Go split that over 12 months. Take that number and put that away each month for Christmas. And by that time next year, you will have that much. So say you have your card tags that are coming up and you haven't been saving all year. So say you have card tags coming up in 6 months. Take that number, divide it by 6, and start saving. It's as much as you can do. If you can't do that much, at least you're going to put something towards it. So like my husband's haircut, I also know that he wants to get the boys' haircut here soon. Really probably should be putting 40, but I don't think that math is going to line up. Hold on, let's get the calculator out here. See if this phone will work. Calculator. So I have 120 plus 5 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 30. Yeah, so I only have 225 left. Don't even have 40 to put away. And we definitely want to be putting 20 away for that. And that's because I've added vacation back in here. And you can adjust things. So, but those numbers all like kind of need to be there. So I definitely have to put 20 away for haircuts. That's the least. And what did I do last month? Hold on. Oh, I wasn't putting in meds or in vacation. That's right. So there it is. Okay. So you just kind of have to figure it out each month for your own self. So we're just going to put 5 into cart maintenance. And then I know, because that was 20, yep, and then we had $25 more. And so I know if we have any leftover savings, the first place that savings is going to go is into car maintenance. We'll add more into car maintenance. We'll also add more into Christmas. So that I can level those things back out, because I really need to be putting $20 a month in there to get us going and all that. So that's how you set up your Christmas, your sinking funds. You don't fill this part in until the end of the month so that you know what you've taken out of those. Most people use a transaction log like this to tally, like to put their, like what they take out of their sinking funds and what they, put into their sinking funds. You can do it that way. I write it down on another piece of paper and just put in the end total that I took out. I don't really track it. I probably should, especially with Christmas coming up. I'm going to start tracking it more. I do know and this is the thing, like I always said before, I do know we won't take anything out of Christmas, but it is now October and I am starting to buy Christmas presents. So I might be taking out of that. But as much as I might be adding to it too. So hopefully we will save at least $500 this month. And I want to add at least $200 more to that, because that will be $320, and that is a decent amount for our Christmas, at least for our children. We will then in December have a Christmas variable expense, most likely for all of the family members. And I will show you that because I didn't start this Christmas fund early enough. So next month or next year, I will be putting $100 towards this Christmas fund a month, and I will have $1,200, and that will be enough for presents, decor, and food for Christmas. I also might start putting a sinking fund in here. I'm probably going to amp up my sinking funds next year by putting in money for my Thanksgiving dinner, things that I know are going to come, and I don't want my Thanksgiving dinner to ruin my grocery budget. So, oops, sorry, that wasn't on the camera. Hope everything else was. So that is how the sinking funds go. Like I said, cash envelopes. Let's talk cash envelopes. Here we go. I wish I could take the money out at this point. I just cannot. So how I can, this is my spending, Mr. and Mrs. are spending. So when I was taking cash out for it, I would put the amount that we put into it each month. And then every single time we spent money out of it, it's empty right now because I'm not doing any cash, I would also mark that down so that you knew this was the cash and you just paid everything in cash. Like, it kept us very accountable. We weren't going over budget, and we need to get back to it. We need this world to get back to cash. That's plain and simple. I'm going to get back to cash here very soon. So that's the cash envelope and sinking fund cash envelope and sinking fund explanation. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will be back with part 3, which is weekly check-ins, and part 4 will be closing out your budget at the end of the month. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon.